Hi, this is Fancy Girl. We had a really nice ride today. Now she's breaking into this herd of mares and establishing her pecking order. Right now, that dark horse there leads the pecking order, and one other one. So she spends her first days alone, separate from the herd. So that lasted about a week. Second week, she starts to mix in with the herd, and she's at the main feeding trough for the hay, and she's established herself. But if you focus in here, you can see she's been bit in the back end, the back legs, so right here. And so there's some disturbances in the pecking order. She's establishing her role in the pecking orders. Right now there's 4 other horses there, but sometimes there's 6, 7 altogether mares. And so she started with number 7. She's worked her way up. I'd say she's 3 now. It depends on how much pain she's going to be inflicted to her by the current boss mare, and how much she's willing to endure, and whether Fancy Girl is going to become the boss mare or she'll settle in at number 2 or 3. Once that happens, she'll start to pair off and find another mare that she really likes, and so that'll happen. But they've paired off already, so establishing a pair, getting her role in the pecking order established. So hi, I'm David Boje at Growth OD, talking to you about working with horses to understand organizational development and organizational behavior and organizational communication. Yeah, so you're not going to believe this, but there are pecking orders. There's hierarchy in an organization, and we behave differently in our storytelling in an organization than we do in our relationships, although families have their hierarchy as well. We prefer ensemble leadership. Grace Ann Roselle and I, we like to have an ensemble leadership approach. That means that everyone's a leader. Now, the other day it was said that our brains are hardwired for storytelling. And I'm going to add that something from Olivia that she shared. There's brain cells in our heart, and that means our heart is hardwired for storytelling, and our gut. Sometimes we're telling it from the gut, other times from the heart, other times from the head. Different kinds of storytelling. So I'm interested in the mindfulness of the herd, right? So when Fancy Girl goes in, initially she's aloof, she's remaining apart, she's observing. Eventually she starts working into the pecking order. She has other mares that try to pair off with her. She resists at this point. So she's several weeks in, and you can see the battle scars as the mares are kind of aggressive with each other. Not so friendly. Sugar and spice and everything nice. They kick, they bite. All right? And pretty soon that pecking order is established. Put a new mare in, pecking order has to be reestablished up and down. Same thing in organizations. People are mindful of the pecking order. Right here we see Grace Ann riding her wonderful horse, Clyde. Grace Ann's a very good rider.
Did you want to try to leave at 11?
Yeah, we'll leave at 11. Because I got a show to put on today on Zoom talking about mindfulness and Guy Debord. Guy Debord is a situationist. And one of the fun things about mindfulness from a situationist point of view is it's an expanding. It's that part of open systems theory where you're breaking things loose, open, innovation. You're noticing new and different. In the centering part, the cybernetic part of open systems, that's you're doing away with differences. You don't want any changes. You want to lock into the routine. So mindfulness, you do the Zen practice. You breathe in, hold, breathe out, hold, breathe in. Focus on the breath. You're centering in, and you're getting rid of all kinds of things. So this is Hank. Hi, Hank. So that's about it for mindfulness here in the Wild West.